So, okay, today we will need to create a virtual network in Microsoft Azure. As you log into your account, you will see uh, a list of resources available for you, and here is a special part that is related to virtual networks. Oh, so, so it's like a so like this virtual networks. Here they can be like this part. The virtual networks and what we can. Or I have chosen all services, and here you can choose this networks, and there will be a group of resources related to virtual networks here. So here it is. Now we need to create a new neural network. So here we can have also the description on the Azure portal how we can do it. So we enter the Azure portal, then we choose network and virtual network that we have already done, and then we need to use the create the virtual network and choose the resources allocated to it and the location. So let's do it. So we choose the virtual networks and creation of the virtual network. So the subscription, a group of resources. So we create so we need to choose a name like this, our virtual network. Okay, let's call it one. So we choose a region. Then we need to create the IP address. Uh, it should be uh, so the IP address should be external IP address as we use it on the network, on the internet. So IP address, like, let's put it, so they propose to use this, like an example of this IP address with a 16 subnet mask. But I'm not sure why they suppose here the 24 subnet mask and here 16. Okay, let's use maybe this. So here we already have one, so we can add more. So the range of IP addresses. This. Yeah, this will be covered. So propose. So IP version 6. Okay, let's add another one. Let's okay. We will leave only one. And here we can create. Okay, let's leave it here. And they propose to add just one subnet. So here we have our network, and here we have our. Did you learn about the subnets? How they work? So do you know this term, the subnet?
Yes.
Why do we use it? Actually, what is it for? Like this subnet. If you have a network like this, like here is our network, and then we can have a subnet. So what is it for?
It's logical distribution.
Yeah,
To
so
divide in several networks.
yeah, so you can have a network address, and then you can create several subnets, and so they will use. So you will have like the base IP address like this. So this will be our base IP address. So this one, and so, for example, the provider has given you or just this one IP address, and then you want to use it to create several networks with a variable length subnet mask. So in this way, you start to divide it into several subnets, and then they will be connected to each other like this. So let's add. Let's add this subnet mask. So we have. Yeah, and then we okay. Let's don't use it. The IP version 6. Let's use it the base IP address. So then the security. What about the security? Okay, the security don't need any special configuration. So the defense from DDoS attacks. So it said that the base integrated DDoS platform So it's just the basic option that will be covered, so that will be supported by Azure, and you don't need to take care much about it. And the brand malware. Okay. If we turn it off, oh yeah, we need to have this. Okay, let's don't configure it. Don't need so much. So let's create now. So if you use brand malware in your network, it should be supposed that you will filter some IP addresses that have to connect to it or not to connect to it. So maybe if we have our brand malware in our operational system, it is quite enough. So as you know, you can have brand malwares, these firewalls. So you can have firewalls on in your operational system, in your network device. For example, if you have a router with a integrated firewall, it will allow you to filter some IP addresses. So here, like, we have created the virtual networks. So the group of resources. So now let's what we. So now we need to create the two virtual machines. So now we need to create these two virtual machines. This is because we need them to be connected using the virtual network. So okay, let's do it. Try to do faster. Actually, previously I have also deleted one, not to consume my resources, as I have a new account. So two machines. Okay, let's call it virtual machine. Virtual machine 1. Oh, sorry. What's the creation of the virtual machine? The name. virtual machine. Okay, let's go with virtual machine 1. Okay, let's choose Windows, so it will be easier for us to ping. So then we need to let's choose this. There's the optimal. But I suppose you to better delete it after it if you do it. So just to check the connection. Administrator 1, password 1. So it should be more. Okay, let's call it admin 1. Одну строчную. Ой. Admin. Okay. What's open invite? Okay, and then we can choose network connection. So we choose a virtual machine address. So like here, we choose this, then we go to the networking. So here will be our networks to which we want to connect our virtual machine. So the first we created the virtual network, and then we will use it to allocate some IP address from the subnet that we have created. So it will be a new virtual machine IP address from this subnet. And for other parts, there shouldn't be many changes. Okay. Okay, let's have again check this. So the select inbound ports, RDP or HTTP protocols. So let's so the disks. Some additional parameters. Now we need to create and to do the same procedure for this for creation the second virtual machine. What's happened? Okay, let's don't have it. The diagnostic. So we will use it for testing the network. So here you see $0.37 per hour. So if you don't stop it, that's what happens. So better delete it because we will need your accounts for the last month. So it is doing the deployment. So how do you feel about the? Did you try this? Create the virtual network, or you didn't enter the account?
I'm just watching from phone.
What Sultanbek? I didn't hear well.
I am watching by phone.
Okay.
No,
Yeah.
I don't try it. I should open new account.
Okay. So you can try it later if you want until. But don't forget to delete the virtual machines.
Okay.
So we have the virtual, and for the last part after the virtual networks, I want to spend the last weeks on the maybe this machine learning studio. So ML Studio in Azure. So then you will try the concepts of the how we can use this machine learning how to build some machine learning applications using the Visual Studio. This Azure Studio, ML Studio. What was? There is not enough place for this region. Oh, does this happen? Okay, how can I check it?
So we will create again.
I want to change the region, if it is possible. Machine.
Может повторить? Или...
Yeah. So the Western India. Okay, let's choose. Okay, let's choose Europe, maybe the more space. Europe. Okay, let's choose this. Location, Germany. Oh, here if I use. Okay, maybe I change it. So there is some conflict with the resources group location, because previously I have created some. let's create a new maybe new group. VM, call it VM resource. So there will not be conflict with location. Okay. Yeah, let's choose this. Okay. Oh, actually, we need to reconnect now because of the timer. So just